Hello again, everyone, and welcome to MHS Sports on MHTV. I'm Chris Connolly along with Gordon Vincent, and today we're at Staff Sergeant Christopher Piper Field on the campus of Marblehead High School as the Marblehead Magicians football team puts their 23-game winning streak on the line against the Peabody Tanners. We'd like to thank the National Grand Bank for being our community partner in bringing you MHS Sports on MHTV. And stay tuned to the end of the game for the Marblehead Sports Shop Player of the Game. Gordon, this is the conference marquee matchup this weekend.
This is probably the marquee matchup across the state. This is two 3-0 teams, a very good Peabody team coming in against a Marblehead team that has the longest winning streak in the state, and the defending 3 Super Bowl champions.
Yeah, and they've got. In talking to the coach before the game, Coach Rudloff said that their quarterback is a 3-year starter, much like Marblehead's was last year. And all the receivers are 3-year starters. And so they've got an awful lot of experience at those positions. Sean Lynch, number 7, he's rated just behind Miles O'Neill in the area of rankings according to the Salem News. He's 41 of 63 for 636 yards and 10 touchdowns. O'Neill has a slightly higher percentage. That's why he's ranked a little bit higher, 51 of 74. 672 is his completion percentage with 9 touchdowns. And the receiving, they've got Eli Batista, 14 receptions for 525 and 4 touchdowns. And Connor Cronin, of course, 13 receptions for 249 yards with 3 TDs. So there's a lot of offense that you can talk about with these two teams.
Peabody's offense was highly touted coming into the season. They haven't disappointed. Lynch has thrown 10 touchdowns in 3 games. The two things that I think the Marblehead can kind of hang their hat on are Peabody's 3-0. They've outscored their opponents 115-8 so far. But it's the yeah, I know. It's the opposition they played. They played a 1-2 Revere team, a classical team. They beat 35-8 Lynn Classical, and last week they beat a Beverly team that's having a down year, 40-0. Marblehead's played much tougher competition. Maybe that's a thing that you look at. I didn't see who won the coin toss, did you?
I believe it was Marblehead. Marblehead won this coin toss. Marblehead's in black, Peabody in white with the light blue numbers. Might be
that's going to be fun.
A little difficult as the game gets underway, but you can see both teams are really charged up. Our officiating crew for tonight's game, the man who just took off his white hat, he's about to put it back on again, is Steve Walsh. He's the referee. The umpire is Scott Taylor. The line judge is Skip Likens. The head linesman is Joe Lucido, and the back judge is Mike Sullivan. So as we get set for the national anthem, things quiet down, and the Marblehead High School Marching Band, or a part of it, will perform the national anthem as they step out onto the numbers of the football field.
The other thing that just before they get started is Peabody hasn't really established a running game yet. They've done most of their damage for the year. Maybe they haven't had to establish one yet, but that's something maybe Marblehead can look towards optimistically.
We'll be looking for that. And that'll probably be Pinto and Paulino who will do the running. And now the national anthem. There's a beautiful night for football on the last day of September. It's about it was about 62 when I arrived. I imagine it's a little bit cooler. It's going to be down to the high 50s, maybe the mid 50s before this game gets over. But not much of a breeze, and
crowd starting to fill in.
Yeah, absolutely. As we've seen in the last 5 or 6 years, Marblehead gets a pretty good home crowd.
Yep.
And
Peabody always draws pretty well too.
Yep.
I go back to far enough to remember when Peabody was one of the preeminent programs in the state, and they would have these tremendous battles with Everett and Arlington.
Were they GBL those days?
The old GBL days.
Yeah,
it was 4 good teams and 4 really bad teams.
The Greater Boston League.
Yeah, but those Everett Peabody games were just epic and dynamic and exciting, and there would be 5,000 people in the Everett stands. It was.
Yeah.
It was a real event. These numbers are going to be hard to read tonight, so bear with us.
If they're this side of mid,
if they're over here,
if they're over on this side, then we'll probably get them.
If they're on the other side,
it's a roll of the dice. Greg Motorni is the kicker. He's been booming it in the first 3 games.
We watched Peabody's kicker.
Yes.
He was
Don Scalise.
No slouch himself.
No.
Yeah.
I think we mentioned him a couple of weeks ago when he hit a
40-yarder.
40-yarder or something like that. Yeah, he's a really good kicker. Matorni awaits the signal, gets it, and he steps up, and game is underway. It's a high kick, not particularly deep, taken at about the 10-yard line, maybe the 11, and up the middle, and a pretty good return up to about the 27-yard line, let's say. See where they spot it. So the Tanners go on offense to start it. They're at the 27-yard line. And number 7 is Shea Lynch, third-year starting quarterback. Last year, he threw for 2,311 yards and 32 touchdowns. That's as a junior. And he's got some really experienced receivers, and they've got them spread out. 2 to the far side, 1 to the near side. High snap. They go on the run on the first play and breaking tackles and picking up a pretty good gain. Let's see.
That's Will Pinto, number 26, there, who will be their feature back. Actually, Lynch has been their leading rusher so far this year, but when they do give the ball to a running back, it'll generally be to either, and I lost his, Pinto, and who was the other one there?
Paulino.
Paulino, yes, sorry.
Gain of 5, second down and 5. The ball is at the 32-yard line. But we don't expect to see an awful lot of running out of.
No, they're going to throw the ball as
Tanners.
much as they can.
Yeah. Dooley is on the wing to the near side. 2 receivers out this way. Looking to throw, and a quick pass over the middle is underthrown, and penalty marker is thrown from way far away.
It's going to be a hold on Marblehead, kind of a ticky-tack call. The coverage was actually pretty good, but the defensive back did get a hand on the wide receiver. And it's going to be either a hold or pass interference. Yep. Was this the same official we had 2 weeks ago?
I'd have to dig through
No, don't do that.
I can tell you at the end of the half.
Why are they? Now they just moved. Is it 10 yards for defensive holding? I know it's a firstie, but.
So it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line for Peabody. Lynch looking to throw it quickly, does complete along the sideline, and a gain of about 7. Is that?
So we said on the far sideline, it's going to be tough to pick up the numbers.
Is that 13?
I didn't see. Maybe 10.
Yeah, we'll call it 10. I trust your eyesight better than mine. So a gain of about 7. They're at the 49-yard line. I mean, numbers like that look really good on paper or in pictures. But
when you're
at,
100
at
feet
night
away.
games, it's really difficult to pick up the numbers on the far side. Up the middle, a lot of room and a first down. That was 26. That was Pinto. So to the 46-yard line across midfield to Marblehead territory. 12-minute quarters. We've got 10:45 clock rolling here in the first quarter. No score. Another first down for the Tanners. They've been moving the ball, with the exception of the penalty.
Nice tackle right there. Yep. Oh, I think they're going to say he's down.
Yeah.
Really nice tackle, though, right there by Baxter Jennings. Good coverage.
Yeah, the completion was to Nick Dresser.
Yeah, press coverage right on the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and
almost a sidearm throw by Lynch.
Gain of only a yard.
Yeah, short tackle. The ball came out certainly well after he was down.
Actually, less than half a yard. Much 2nd and 10. Out to the far side is Batista, number 22. One of the two receivers to the far side. Snap is on target. Lynch starts to go, shakes a tackle, completes a pass, complete to receiver number 11, and that's
Danny Barrett.
Yeah, Danny Barrett.
Barrett found a little opening between the coverage, between two defenders in the coverage right around the hash mark. A nice throw and a nice adjustment by Barrett to make the catch. You see Lynch is very mobile on his feet. As we said, he's their leading rusher so far this year.
24-yard gain on the play, down to the 22-yard line, another first down. You can't, it appears even this early in the game that you can't give him a second chance.
Yeah, he's too mobile. Yeah, he's
somebody got a hand on him.
Yeah,
but,
and he just
shook it off.
You got to wrap him up.
Two receivers, two receivers to the far side, one to the near side, single setback and a wing on the left side. Linebacker for Marblehead comes up tight. Handoff, no, Lynch keeps it. He's got a lot of room out there, only white shirts. Tries to turn the corner and gets run out of bounds.
Yeah, nice job by Brooks Keefe there fighting off the block. Or that would have been a touchdown.
Yeah, Brooks Keefe, number 29, so 7.
You see Lynch's speed.
A gain of 12 to the 10.
Once he got the corner, it looked like he could go in, but.
First and goal. Yeah, when the play first started to develop, it was all white jerseys.
Yeah.
Forming a wall almost.
You can see how big the Peabody offensive line is here. They have some mooses up there.
So this similar formation this time, but to the near side. Two receivers and a wing to the near side. Lynch takes the ball and gives a handoff right up the middle. A lot of room and into the end zone. Touchdown. Look like it. Yep.
Yep. Official on the far side. Yep.
Pinto?
That was Pinto, yep. Just in between the center and the guard. I don't know what kind of celebration that is over there, but they're fired up.
So at 8:31, Will Pinto goes 10 yards right up the middle with good blocking and dives into the end zone for the first score of the game and a 2-point conversion here. This is Scalise. Snap is good. The kick is up and good. At 8:31, it's Peabody 7, Marblehead nothing.
It's a very confident Peabody team, Chris.
And from watching just one series of downs and looking at their record,
yep, they should be.
I think they don't want to repeat the pitfalls that happened to them last year when they had a lot of these guys on their team, and they ended up 7-4.
It's been the last 10 years or so. I mean, they bottomed out probably about 10 years ago, but they've been building towards this for a decade or so. And they are. I think they're now that the two Lynch schools are in. I think they're the biggest school in the conference, aren't they?
I can't think of another one that's bigger. Masco, maybe?
Masco, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know the numbers at
I keep
Masco.
forgetting Masco's in the conference. They belong in the Cape Ann League.
Wow.
I know.
That's harsh.
Revere had a big high school too.
Yeah.
That was sneaky big.
Yeah. And some years, it seems like they really put it together, and they're difficult opponents. Not a dominant team, but difficult.
Right.
Other years,
right.
It's
it
not
was
there
just
at
it was
all.
a walkover.
Yeah. Baxter Jennings to the near side. Connor Cronin to the far side.
And they're at the goal line too.
Yeah. And Jennings comes up, bounces the ball out of his hands, picks it up on the bounce, puts his head down, pushes forward, and is wrapped up and dropped. He'll gain up to about the 24-yard line. That's pretty much where they'll mark it. Nice return by Jennings. So the Magicians take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line. Miles O'Neill at quarterback is number 12. Connor Cronin wears number 22. Baxter Jennings 29. And Eddie Johns 23. We'll also see Ryan Camos out there. He's split to the far side. High snap. Messed up.
Somebody went the wrong way.
Quarterback O'Neill uses his size and strength to just pull a couple of defenders with him as he turns a probable loss into a gain of a few.
So somebody obviously went the wrong way, but the interesting thing is the formation, only 2 wide receivers. 3 wide receivers on this play, so clearly was an attempt to run the ball.
And they were planning to give it to Johns.
Yeah.
Appeared.
One of them went the wrong way.
A gain of about 3 on the play. Here comes O'Neill to throw. Throws it deep. Has a man wide open. Number 3, Camos.
That ought to calm things down over there.
Yes.
Nice fake by O'Neill. It caused the linebackers to bite and the secondary to bite. And just a perfect ball to Camos.
From the 27-yard line, it's down now to the other side of the field.
Camos, apparently.
To 33-yard line.
My apologies.
Hey. Here comes Johns trying to turn the corner. He's got some jerseys to cut through, and he does. He picks up a few, pushes forward, and he'll get to about the 31-yard line.
Yeah, nice job by Johns at turning it up at the right time. And we got something here. Some extracurricular, and it's going to be on Marblehead. I think this is the same crew we had 2 weeks ago.
Gain of 1 on the play, but the penalty will unsportsmanlike conduct.
He must have said something because the contact was
minimal.
I wouldn't even
non-existent.
Rise just a minute. Well, it wasn't non-existent, but it was kind of a little shove.
All the way back.
It's a terrible
to the 47-yard line.
It's just a terrible call. There's no need for it.
Yeah. 2nd down and forever. 25 yards. Going to the air. O'Neill, a lot of time, fires, has a man wide open, makes the catch, and is complete and out of bounds down to the 25-yard line. That's Shane Keogh.
And good coverage, too. Keogh just outworked him for the ball. A down and out over by the sideline. Well-thrown ball by O'Neill. And Keogh just out-toughed his guy.
22-yard gain on the play. And, and 3rd down and 2.
Makes it a little bit more manageable.
Yeah. Keogh and Camos to the far side with Cronin in the slot. Wide receiver to the near side as well. Here goes O'Neill up the middle. He finds a hole. He's got a room. He's got a lot of room. Down to about the 5 before he finally gets knocked over.
Quarterback draw, design play.
Yep.
Goes between the left guard and the left tackle. A good run by O'Neill. Gets up a little slowly. He took a big knock at the end of that.
Yeah, in the middle of his back.
Yeah.
Down to the, where do they mark it?
It's about the 6, 7.
7-yard line, so a gain of 18 on the play. That makes it first and goal after being first and 25. Now they're first and goal from the 7. So quick turnaround. Keogh is tight on the near side. And they go up the middle.
A big hole initially, but it closed down pretty quickly.
John's on the ball carrier.
Doesn't take a genius to say this, but this is where in the area where you look for Connor Cronin.
Yep. And Cronin is number 22 in the backfield there with his hands on his hips.
Right at the 15-yard line. He'll draw attention.
Lots of times they like to throw the pass out into the flat to Cronin. Johns gets the call. He's up the middle, off tackle.
You know, with
more off tackle than up the middle, but
with these behemoths up front for Peabody, Johns might have the running style. He's got that low to the ground running style, low center of gravity.
Hard to see them.
Might be effective.
The linebackers might have trouble picking him up. Third down and goal from the 2. An important play coming up for Marblehead. Trailing it 7-0 right now. They want to even the score. Campos is out to the far side. 2 receivers near side. Johns gets the call again, puts his head down, goes into the end zone.
Touchdown.
Marblehead signals touchdown, and the official linesman does too.
All right.
Was that a 2-yard touchdown?
I believe it was a 2-yard touchdown. Maybe 2, 2.5, 3?
Call it 2.
In any event, it's 6 points.
Yep.
Good response by Marblehead right away.
And even after getting pushed back by that
penalty. That silly penalty.
Now we need
that was the big play, really, was the 22-yard pickup to
get back from that.
To Keogh.
Yeah. So it's Matorney. Hold is good. The kick is up. The kick is good. It's tied at 7.
And if you thought that these two teams would be going up and down the field all night, and that's the first 2 drives are a preview of that, you may be right.
So Eddie Johns gets the 2-yard touchdown that caps, let's see, they started at the 24-yard line, a 76-yard drive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 76 yards in 8 plays. And the big one, of course, was the big gain to Keogh. A 22-yard gain.
Except for the touchdown, did they have a 3rd down on that drive?
No.
I think it was all 1st and 2nd downs.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right.
And interestingly, no Connor Cronin on that drive at all. They're spreading the ball out to other guys, give Peabody something to think about.
That's a good strategy because we've seen it last year and this year that other teams really focus on Cronin.
Well, and at some point he's going to become a factor, obviously. But if you can get other guys in the game, especially this early, and get them worried about other offensive,
gives the defense something to think
about.
So they can't always pay total attention to 22.
Yeah, because who was the team that we saw a couple of weeks ago? They were just following around with 3 guys.
Yeah, Linfield.
Yes. Some good hard running by Johns there, too, and some good blocking up front, too.
And the touchdown was scored from 2.5 yards out or so.
Yep.
And it was one of those cases where the hole was down low, and he just went down as low as he could go right through the hole. It was really something that they just couldn't stop. Taken at about the 5-yard line and returned to about the 25. So a 20-yard return. Was that Batista?
I can't see that far, Chris. 22,
I can see that far. I just can't see any
I can
numbers.
see that far, yeah. It was Eli Batista, number 22.
Yeah, so a nice return by Batista. And it'll be a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line for the Peabody Tanners. So both teams have started with reasonable field position. Peabody's first possession was started on their 27. Marblehead started on their 24. And now the Tanners, for their second possession, start on the 25. 4:30 on the clock to go, first quarter, tied at 7. MHTV bringing you MHS Sports. Quick pass to the far sideline and run out of bounds. Was it 11?
Yes.
Danny Barrett.
Danny Barrett. He's good. Barrett's a shifty receiver, got a good set of hands. He's smart, knows when to get out of bounds, knows how to get open. You can see that right away.
Almost like a running play. A 5-yard gain, quick pass to the sideline, 2nd down and 5
Right.
at the 12, 2nd down and 4, because it looks like a gain of 6 on that play.
Lynch gets rid of the ball quickly. It's not in his hands for very long, and he throws a good ball.
Yep. Under pressure that time, he had to let it fly, but he was accurate. Gets it up to the 48-yard line.
And Marblehead doesn't blitz a lot, but we've seen them feigning blitz a couple of times, and that time they brought 2 extra guys. Almost got to him. He threw it off his back foot. Lynch threw it off his back foot, but it was still a good ball.
And it's at the 48-yard line. A gain of 18 on the play. And the connection was to, was it?
It was Barrett again, yeah.
Barrett, yeah. 18-yard gain. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Paulino down the sideline, still on his feet, but he ran out of bounds. He was pushed out.
Well, once he gets the corner, man, he's
fast.
Yeah.
Alan Paulino. I believe that's who it was.
Alan Paulino, yes. Oh, he wasn't. Oh, I thought it was. I'm getting my Paulino and my Pinto confused here. Pinto was the feature back on the last drive, wasn't he?
Yes. He's
Okay.
26, and
all right.
This one's 24.
They're both roughly the same size.
They're both senior running backs with lots of experience.
How could I get them confused?
2nd and 10. The mysteries of your mind, Gordon. I can't.
Yes.
And run out of bounds, finally?
What
No.
they give him? Yeah.
Yes, finally out of bounds, but not after getting the first down fairly easily.
Crew Monaco had the best shot at him. He didn't have a good angle because he was so close to the line of scrimmage.
Another first down. This time they're down to the 33-yard line.
Yeah, this is impressive. It's going to come down to turnovers and special teams, I think, here, because both of these offenses can score.
Boy, he got hit hard that time, Paulino, and he just went back a step and then started right back again. Tough running back.
Yep. Keep your legs moving.
So even that one that was looked like it was bottled up ends up with a gain of 4 for the Tanners. And it's marked right on the, just inside the 30-yard line, so we'll call it the 29. 3:06, clock rolling, first quarter, tied at 7. 2 undefeated teams battling it out here, Northeastern Conference rivals. 2 receivers to the near side. I think Dooley is on the 30-yard line number. There's a pass to the, before he was open, the quarterback threw it.
Yep. That was too easy, too. The pass rush just can't get there in time. He just gets rid of it. This Lynch gets rid of it too quickly.
Lynch to Barrett.
We're going to be saying that a lot, I think. That's his 3rd catch on this drive, isn't it?
Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it is his 3rd catch on the. So it's down to the 16-yard line. Is that right? Yeah, 16-yard line. Gain of 13 on the play. They're picking up yards in big chunks. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Single setback beside Shea Lynch. Lynch keeps it. Has that blocking out in front of him. It worked before, and it turns into a big gain for the quarterback.
Well, I bought the fake too, so can't blame Marblehead on that one. It was a really good fake, and that set up the whole play. And as we said, once Lynch gets the corner, he's got enough speed to take it the distance.
7-yard line.
Oh, they knocked him out. I thought they knocked him out inside the 5.
Gain of 9 on the play.
A little better. And we don't have to worry about the coach being on the field tonight, do we?
I'm still worried about it. Danny Barrett is split to the far side.
Yeah.
Lynch gives it off to the running back, and that's Paulino. Paulino goes the 7 yards for the second touchdown of the night for Peabody.
So this is the other running back.
Alan Paulino.
Yeah. We said they haven't established a running game yet. It may be because they haven't had to, but they've looked impressive running the ball both during both drives tonight, both running backs.
Yep, Paulino and Pinto, but Paulino's getting the bulk of the work, at least in this drive.
Yes.
High snap, Lynch handles it well. The kick is hard and right through.
It's a line drive.
Yep. So with 1:51 to go in the first quarter, it's Peabody 14, Marblehead 7. Both teams have scored when they get the ball. Peabody's had it twice and has 2 touchdowns. Marblehead's second possession coming up. That drive started on the 25-yard line, so it was a 75-yard drive.
Very impressive.
8 plays.
Yeah,
And Marblehead's last touchdown was 76 yards in 8 plays.
Peabody's offense is everything it's supposed to be. And remember, this is not everybody's back from last year, but this is the defending Division III Super Bowl champions. This isn't Beverly or Revere.
Not that we don't like Beverly.
No,
Revere.
Beverly
Very
fine
nice.
communities, sure.
We would never say.
We would never say anything disparaging about another community.
Never.
Other than Danvers.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
What? Oh. Is Danvers, it's got to be at home because almost every game's at home, right? That might be the one that's on the road, isn't it? The Danvers game?
I think so. Yeah. They
in the field that took 15 years to build.
but it's a beautiful
It's
field.
really nice. The only thing that took longer to build was their gym.
Or remember the Fleet Center? Took forever to build that. Once they started building, it
I
wasn't
just
bad.
remember tearing down the garden.
Yeah, that's what I meant. From a lot of room, trying to get through the hole, gets to the corner, and he's wrapped up. No, stays on his feet, dodges a couple tackles, and finally falls across the 30-yard line. A nice return by Baxter Jennings.
Yeah, second nice return. If he had just gotten the corner, maybe a step and a half,
Yeah.
could have broken off a really long one.
So that's the
End of the quarter?
Ooh,
With a $1:41 left on the clock? Okay.
Well, that's the end of the first quarter with the score. Marblehead, Peabody 14, Marblehead 7. We'd like to thank the National Grand Bank for being our community partner in bringing you MHS Sports and MHTV. We'll be back with the second quarter right after this. And welcome back. The second quarter is just about to get underway. Marblehead has its second possession of the ball game, and they trail it right now, 14-7. And there's been 3 possessions and 3 touchdowns. Twice for Peabody, once for Marblehead. First and 10 for the Magicians at the 29-yard line. Eddie Johns got Marblehead's first touchdown with or its only touchdown so far, with a 2-yard plunge. Cronin gets the ball this time. They try to wrap him up, but he's got enough for being very close to a first down. It depends on where they spot it.
Yeah, that could have been a 2 or 3 yard gain, except Connor Cronin just muscles his way past 2 or 3 Peabody tacklers, picks up 9 instead of a.
And the ball quickly to the line of scrimmage. They're at the 39-yard line. O'Neill looks to the sideline, and he's
got nobody open.
Got some protection. He's looking long, throws it down the field, and wants to throw it out to Keogh. How about a flag? Yeah.
Yep.
I think if this was pros, they would have said uncatchable.
Probably. Well, and they probably would have said incidental contact. But he had the fact that there were 2 guys that were kind of harassing him.
Yeah. So that penalty is a beneficial. A beneficial call.
Now this is a 15-yarder. It's not a spot foul, but it'll be a first down, and it's going in the right direction. So.
Yep. So from the 38-yard line, I said 39, but they were at the 38. So they'll step off 15, and that's the 47.
Wow, good math.
Cross field position. So after the interference, did they call interference or?
It was pass interference.
Yeah.
Yes. As we said, in high school, it's a 15-yard penalty. It's not a spot foul like it is in the pros.
Eddie Johns is behind the quarterback. He gets the call, and he gets covered up.
Jose Lindor.
Yeah, loss on the play.
Yeah, that's just beat his man. And he's talking to the, sure, go ahead. But if you push a guy, that's 15 yards. Sorry. I'm still bitter about that.
Bitter. So it's second down and 15 at the Marblehead 48-yard, just across the 48-yard line. Clock rolling, 10:37 to go in the first half. O'Neill stands in, fires long, deep, and nice defensive work out there. Is that 23 again?
33.
33.
Yeah.
And that was
Jean-Pierre.
J.C. Jean-Pierre.
Yeah.
Mais oui.
Mais oui.
Magnifique. It was a nice play by
It was very good defense.
J.C. Jean-Pierre. And goes incomplete. It could have been a really long one had he not made that play.
Well, if Keogh gets another step of separation, it's a...
See you later.
Yeah.
So 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Cronin's out there in the slot. Third down, 15. O'Neill stands in, fires to the sideline, and well, if it was complete, it wasn't, but if it had been, there would be no, and it wasn't even close to a first down, so a fourth down punting situation.
Yeah, this is just a down and out, an attempt to Cronin, who was well covered. Really, as you said, Chris never had a chance of picking up the first down. Maybe give you a shot on fourth down if you get it down to like fourth and 5, but that wasn't even going to get that far.
Now, high snap, but nicely handled. High kick.
It's going to go out of bounds.
It lands out of bounds. The question is, where did it cross the line? And it's going to be...
All right, you can stop walking now.
At the 37-yard line.
So Peabody's defense holds. Let's see if Marbleheads can do the same.
And the Tanners get very good field
position. Very
good
field position, yeah.
The 37-yard line. Clock is stopped with 10:15 to go. And it's a 14-7 Peabody lead here in the second quarter. Batista to the far side, all the way over there by the numbers. Shea Lynch gets the snap. Looks to throw. Now he wants to get out of there. He stays away from the tacklers. Down the sideline, throws complete. And nice play by Shea Lynch. Danny Barrett was open along the sideline, so Lynch found him, and it connected for about 6 yards.
Barrett just has a knack for getting open. Safety valve right there.
And that's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
But it was Lynch's athleticism.
To avoid the pass rush, because the pass rush was pretty good. That's the first time that Marblehead has really fleshed him out like that.
Batista to the far side again. Lynch the throw. He fires it across the middle. That could be an interference call.
Wow.
Marblehead dodged a bullet on that one. They're looking for Batista along the near side, cutting across from the wideout position on a quick slant.
The coverage was good. The contact was obviously a little early and it should have been a penalty, but Peabody's livid over there on the other sideline.
It was the other way around.
Well,
so would Marblehead.
I'm sure. Yeah. No, it was interference.
It was a missed call.
Yeah.
2 receivers to each side. 3rd down, 4 from the 43-yard line.
Let's see.
That should be another.
It's going to be 3rd and 9.
Yeah.
See, there's a penalty.
9:22 to go. 14-7, and two negative things happened right there for Peabody right in a row. A missed interference call and a illegal procedure call. Now they're looking at 3rd and 9, and good teams. These things happen to all teams, and they've got to be able to come back.
Overcome it, yeah.
Yep. So it's 3rd down and 9 from the 37. Lynch to fire, has a man open near the first down marker, and I think he's got the first down.
It's close.
Yeah.
Oh, they're calling it incomplete. Oh, this is more grist for the Peabody Mill here.
Wow.
Oh, sorry.
Well,
they're calling it incomplete. I thought he had it. I didn't know if he had the first down.
He was holding it too close to those numbers that we can't read.
It's funny, and this is where the penalty is so costly, because on 4th and 3, from your own 40, the way your offense has been operating, from your own 43 or whatever, you think about going in. On 4th and 9, you kick it. Now there's some even some more confusion here. I thought he caught the ball. I don't know about you.
I did too. Scalise is the punter.
I thought he was short of the first down, and I thought he got a good mark, but he would have gotten a good mark, but
yeah, that it would have been 4th and 1.
Well, it looked like the judge on the far side, the referee on the far side, spotted it right at the line to gain.
It looked, that's exactly what I thought. Timeout taken with 9:14 to go.
So a little bit of a break for Marblehead. Nothing wrong with that.
3 plays in a row that all went well for Marblehead after a 6-yard gain on a pass from Lynch to Barrett, who's received a lot of yards passes in this game.
Yeah,
and then they went incomplete on a play that should have resulted in a penalty against Marblehead. It did not. Then there was a penalty for illegal procedure, moved him back, and then an incompleted pass that was called, that to both Gordon and my opinion, it looked like it was completed, but across the field, hard to tell. Scalise to do the punting. High snap, handles it well under pressure.
Oh,
nice. And he
shanked that, yeah.
Gonna bounce, stay away. Don't try to pick up the bouncing ball.
This is where 100 people on the sidelines and in the stands start yelling poison.
Yeah, stay away from it.
It's good, pretty good field position considering, though, for Marblehead. It was not a great punt.
So the Magicians will have it 1st and 10 on the 30-yard line. 9:02 on the clock, first half. Magicians trail it by a touchdown and an extra point, 14-7. Wide receiver to the near side, or to the far side, and 2 coming out to the near side. O'Neal to throw, looks it down the middle. He's got a man wide open. He dropped the ball. Brooks Keefe.
Yeah.
Oh, my heart breaks for him.
It's so easy to criticize a play like that. Until you're going at full speed and you're trying to look the ball into your hands and you got somebody chasing you. It's just a flat-out drop, and nobody feels worse than Brooks Keefe.
Yeah.
But be resilient. Next play.
Yeah.
Forget about it.
He got open, wide open, and
I don't know if it would have gone.
sounds like it's going to be the theme tonight, resilience.
Yes, you're going to have to be.
Both teams.
Both teams, yep. And both teams are capable of it. These are 2 very good football teams. I like this play. It didn't do much, but I like the play.
Yeah, I do too.
It's that underneath screen.
Kamos came back for
to
it.
Kamas, yeah.
Is it Kamas?
I
don't
yes.
know. I don't know.
I'm going by what
Kamas.
Mr. Lavender says.
Okay. And who wouldn't? Third down and 8 from the, looks like the 30, almost the 32. Clock rolling, 8:19. O'Neal's got 2 receivers out way far to the near side.
This little swing pass here.
Cronin gets the pass,
Yep.
cuts inside, he's got a lot of room. He's got a first down and more, all the way up across the 45 to about the 47-yard line. A nice play to get Cronin open.
And you saw his acceleration. And once he got past the first tackler, you saw the acceleration. That's what Connor Cronin's known for. Not going down on the first contact. It's a huge first down.
26-yard gain. First and 10 at the 45-yard line. Clock rolling. 7:46. Receivers come right across the middle. Nice catch by Keogh.
And
A
really,
bullet.
that's a dart, yes. Good throw. Keogh just found a seam, sat down right at the 40-yard line, right in the middle of the field. And O'Neal hit him in stride. Good-looking drive now.
About a 13-yard gain, 12 or 13-yard gain.
I'll go with that.
Yeah. They were at the 48, I think, right? Something like that.
I'll go with that.
26. They were at the 46-yard line.
I don't have to write this stuff down anymore.
No.
All I have to do is talk.
First and 10. There goes Cronin in motion.
Another
Out in
swing
the flat
pass.
where he likes to be. There's the pass long and deep and double coverage and incomplete.
A little bumping over there, but incidental. Good coverage.
Intended for Keogh.
Yeah. Good coverage by Polino, number 24.
Slightly slow to develop. The pass,
Hung up a little bit?
yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think in those situations
if
you
you
want
put-
to give your receiver a chance to sort of run away from the defenders.
Yeah, well, they had him double covered.
They
I mean,
did.
they've scouted it, and they know that Keogh is a guy that they go to in a play like that.
The long passes. 7:01. Here comes the pitch to the near side. Johns cuts inside, picks up about 2.
Interesting formation here. Everybody student body right here. With Cronin and Keogh blocking in a tight formation.
Gain of a yard on the play.
We don't see a lot of toss from Marblehead like that.
No. Especially to the near side.
Yeah.
Although over the years I've come to appreciate the benefits of running to the near side.
Well, do you remember back in when the hash marks were a lot wider and people would run the option to the near side?
Yeah, that was suicide. Stepping up in the pocket, good protection, a lot of room to run. O'Neal wants to air it out. He throws it deep to the end zone, and not much of a chance on that one.
No.
Brooks Keefe was there. It goes incomplete.
He was running for his life, threw back against his body. Keefe was well covered.
I think O'Neal had a lot of room to run. He would have had could have had the first down without.
I thought so too. I really did. Once he broke open, when he started drifting to his left a little bit, if he had just tucked the ball down, I don't know if he would have gotten the first down, but he would have gotten close enough.
There was a lot of room out there.
Yeah, there was. And I don't think he saw that. I think he was just looking for a receiver. I think he was zoned in on Keefe.
Fourth down and 9, and Marblehead's going to go for it.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with this at all. I think you just keep the ball out of Peabody's hands, go for the first down. It hasn't really mattered what their field position is.
O'Neill's getting blitzed.
Yeah, he's going to be well short.
So O'Neill picks up a few, but not enough.
I thought when he got past the initial line of scrimmage, he might have a shot.
It's at the 34-yard line.
Yeah.
And a turnover on downs.
I don't have a problem with the call at all.
No, I don't either.
You've got guys that can make plays on offense.
And it plays into who they are. I mean, they're a scoring team.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what they've got. They can't score.
You know,
without
you
the
don't want to
ball.
be defensive and
Handoff and hit a wall at the 35-yard line.
And Marblehead clearly made adjustments here. They're bringing more guys up to the line because I don't think they expected Peabody to run the ball this well initially.
Was it Pinto that carried the ball?
It was
26?
Yeah, I think it's Pinto this drive.
A gain of 1 on the play.
Who made the? I think it was Pacheco who made the tackle over there.
He's a force in the middle of the line.
He really
number
is.
55.
He's active and he's tough and he's fast and
he's
really become very quickly one of the best. I mean, he's only a junior. He started as a sophomore last year.
Christian Pacheco, and he's becoming more and more dominant.
Well, he's learning the game too.
Yeah.
I mean,
drops back into coverage, and there goes the quarterback trying to get loose. He fires it over the middle. It's complete. The defender falls down. On his feet is that Eli Batista? It is. That's what a quarterback that can scramble and then still be accurate can do.
That was all on Lynch. The pocket collapsed. He sprinted out of it, threw back across his body, threw a bullet to a receiver who was well covered and got it in there anyway.
25-yard gain at the 40-yard line of Marblehead. Under 5 minutes now to go in the first half. 14-7. Peabody out in front. And whenever Peabody has the ball, it seems like they're threatening to score. Lynch calls for a motion man to the far side. Set up to run right, and tripping over his own man. He ran into the back of his own man, and that got his legs tangled up, and going down in a heap was Pinto.
Yeah, definitely adjustments on the run here for stopping the run for Marblehead's defense. They've definitely put more guys in the line of scrimmage and have to be more conscious of that, which will open up things a little bit in the passing attack too. But
a loss of 2 on the play. They had two pulling linemen from the near side on that last play.
Yeah,
out in front.
That's pretty complex.
Yeah. 3 receivers near side. Sprint out this way. Quarterback stops, fires, has a man open. He can't hold on to the ball. And he was twisted the wrong direction.
Yeah, he really never got his feet set.
J.C. Dooley, incomplete.
Yeah, Dooley was he was their guy last week. He was their leading receiver last week. Really hasn't made a mark on the game yet, but as we said, they have a variety of wide receivers that they can go to.
A difficult throw mechanically for the quarterback.
Well,
a right-hander.
It's designed, and sprint out throwing against back against his body, but he's done it a couple of times tonight.
Yep. Comes the rush.
Yeah, no blitz there.
Under pressure, gets it off, complete, and out of bounds. Pass caught by Danny Barrett.
Yep. I don't know, you rush 3 that time, and you don't even get close to him, and you just let him pick you apart, or do you blitz and hope that your guys can cover? It's really, pick your poison. What do you want to do?
It's down to the 28-yard line. First and 10. Clock stopped at 3:42 when Barrett went out of bounds. Quick pass to the far side. Good block down the field and a nice tackle made there.
Cronin, short
Connor
tackle.
Cronin, yep. Who was the receiver on that?
I think it was it 22?
Was it Batista?
I think it was Batista, yeah.
Number 2.
Was it 2 or 22? Batista, yeah.
So a gain of about 5 on the play. And it's 2nd and 5 from the 24-yard, inside the 24-yard line.
Take a shot up top with Barrett here. See if you can get one in the end zone. Up blitz.
Up the middle,
Yep.
and close to, but short of a first down.
Yeah, he's going to be a couple of yards short, but it's only 3rd down. Remember, they do have a kicker with a big leg, too.
Dom Scalise. The ball carrier that time was Pinto.
I like both these running backs. They're pretty much the same running back. Not particularly big, but altogether fast.
At the 20-yard line, 2:26. A little bit of confusion here on the near side. The receivers are directed by the quarterback Lynch where to go. Lynch fakes, stays away from trouble, fires it back, and
I batted down.
yeah.
I don't know. I didn't see who got a hand on it.
Is this a
Closest
field goal?
one in the area.
Is this a field goal attempt?
I don't know. 4th and 2. The way you've been picking up yardage.
Yeah, I don't know either. I think that they would. I think, especially with a team they know can score,
Right.
I'd be surprised if
I
they
don't
went
have
for
a
the field goal.
again.
Although I like field goals, as a rule.
It's well, that was kind of your thing, right? You were.
I like.
Yeah.
That's right. I forgot.
You were the field goal guy.
I was the holder.
Yeah. See.
Yeah.
Nothing happens without the holder.
The holder doesn't get hurt. That's why I like
Well,
that.
that's yeah.
And the pitch out from Lynch, that looked like a forward pass.
I
And
bet
it's
it
on
was.
his
Yeah.
feet
Look
there
at.
to the goal line and first down and goal.
He runs hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's just too much you have to cover there.
So that was a forward pass
Yeah.
to Polino. And he gains it down to the 5-yard line. A pickup of
Now you can tell
15.
from here whether that was a forward pass or a pitch.
it looked like a forward pass to
Okay,
me.
I'll go with you. I mean, I can't see it from here.
Just by the way they were, it had to be forward for him to get it to that guy. Looking to go off tackle left, and as everyone's standing up and pushing. Guess that was Paulino, but I didn't see a number.
I didn't see a number either. We're under a buck and a half left.
Yep. Clock rolling at
Yep.
1:26.
I think Peabody has 2 timeouts left, so that's not a factor.
It's inside the 5-yard line at about the 4. 2nd down goal. Trying to extend the lead to 14 points. Up by 7 right now. Quarterback throws to a man wide open in the end zone.
He's got it.
Touchdown.
That's Barrett.
Yep.
He's caught 7 or 8 balls tonight.
Yes.
Nice job of keeping his foot in bounds. Good throw.
A long drive that had some difficulties with it for Peabody, but they ended up with a 4-yard touchdown throw from Lynch to Barrett. Now the extra point by Scalise. High snap, handled well. The kick is blocked.
Is it Cronin again? Didn't Cronin get one last week or 2 weeks ago?
I think you're right. I think he was very, well, he either got one or he was very close. So the kick is blocked. I think you're right. I think he did block one. So with
Did Skoglund have a block too? Didn't he have a big play on special teams? Okay.
Yes, you're right, he did. And so that makes the score 20-7.
Could be a big point right there. You've seen Marblehead have to come back in the second half.
They've had to do it twice
Yep.
this year, I think. Is that right?
At least once.
Yeah, the first game against well, they played Concord Carlisle. Then they played, it was 2 games in a row. It was Linfield, and then they had to come back also against North Andover. I'm pretty sure that's the way it went. Is that right?
I don't know. Well, we obviously didn't see the North Andover game last week.
No, but we know they had to come back. All right.
Did you watch a game on?
They were down 7-0.
Were they? Okay.
And then they got a touchdown and missed the extra point.
The game was on North Andover cable, but I didn't watch it. I
No.
just kind of followed it on Twitter.
So with 1:02 to go here in the first half, a touchdown pass from Shea Lynch to Danny Barrett. And an extra point that was blocked. This is a bounding ball. Bounces high right into Cronin's hands. That sets him up perfectly. Stays on his feet. How do those guys not get him?
I have no idea.
So it'll be Marblehead's ball, 1st and 10 on the 38-yard line.
You get a guy that can boom it in the end zone, and you squib kick it. I hate squib kicks. I always have. You get 56.7 seconds left. 2 timeouts for the Magicians.
And they squib it.
And they squib. How could they?
I'm appalled. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line, 56.7. Marblehead now trailing it by 13. The Tanners are as advertised.
Very much so.
Johns gets the call, gets around the corner, stays on his feet. He's a tough one to bring down. Low to the ground, pretty quick, and pretty strong.
No,
Gets out of bounds? No,
he didn't get out of bounds.
Okay.
They're scrambling to get back to the line of scrimmage as the clock ticks. Remember, we said 2 timeouts left. We're right under about 35 seconds.
Pass to the near side. Get to the sideline. Get out, get out, get out, get out.
No, he didn't get out.
Get out of bounds.
But they'll call a timeout.
You got to give credit to Vince O'Hara, number 10 for Peabody, who got his arms around the receiver and wouldn't let him out of bounds. A timeout taken with 20.1 to go in the first half. It seems like it's been a long first half.
Well, when you're stopping the clock all the time for touchdowns, passes too. O'Hara's done a nice job. They've left him out on an island at cornerback, and he's done a really nice job covering Marblehead's wideouts. I think he was on when they tried to throw that post pattern to who was it, to Keefe earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was on the coverage there. He's been solid all night.
Nice crowd here tonight.
Both sides.
Yeah.
It's interesting how the hill over there fills up too. I don't think you have to pay to sit on that hill over there either. One of the
what do they call it in Woburn?
Cheapskate Hill. They got rid of that though when they built the new school.
Oh, really? How
Yeah,
did they
it's
bulldoze it? Paved it?
I think they blew it up.
Yeah. Cronin goes in motion. Quarterback O'Neill throws the screen to Eddie Johns, and he's wrapped
nice
up
play.
and dropped. Nice tackle that time made by number 52.
Remy
Adino. So it's a O'Neill to Johns, and no gain on the play. Marblehead takes its final timeout.
Yeah, the screen pass obviously relies on you letting the rush in and finding that little soft spot between the rushers and the linebackers. It's a good play late in the half with because you've got 3 guys rushing and 8 guys in the secondary.
You could pick a chunk.
Well, if you set up right and everybody buys if you let everybody through, it can be a big play. I used to have a debate with my father all the time about the effectiveness of a screen pass versus a draw play. I hate draw plays.
That's a
take
play
so
you
long.
don't see anymore.
No, you don't. It takes so long to set up.
It requires an exceptionally good running back on the draw.
And timing by the running back, too. It has to be timed almost perfectly. Yeah, you're right. You don't see a draw play anymore.
10.4, pass to the near sidelines, caught by Johnson.
Is he
He'll
gonna
get
get out?
out of bounds. He will.
They are going to
5.3. Nice play by...
Another good tackle, yeah. This O'Hara's been impressive here.
Pickup of about 7 on the play.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
Yeah, third down.
5 seconds left.
5.3 to go in the first half. And
Chuck it into the end zone.
Shane Keogh and Connor Cronin to the far side.
5 receivers.
Cronin's in the slot. Keogh's one behind him. They're going to go underneath. Hit in the chest with the ball, and Brooks Keefe goes incomplete, and that does it for the end of the half. So at the end of the first half, the score is the Peabody Tanners 20, Marblehead 7. We'd like to remind you that Marblehead Community Access and Media is the 501c3 nonprofit organization that runs MHTV. If you're enjoying this production of MHS Sports and MHTV, please consider making a donation by visiting our website, marbleheadtv.org. That's marbleheadtv.org. And click on the donate button, and we'll be back after this with second half action. And welcome back to the second half. Marblehead trailing it by 13 points, 20-7, as we get set to start the third quarter. Scoring started early in this one on the first drive of the game. Peabody scored from 10 yards out by a run, and the touchdown was scored by Will Pinto. I believe, no, maybe it was Alan Polino. No, it was Pinto. And the extra point was good, 7-0 at that point. It was 8:31 of the first quarter. Later in the first quarter, Marblehead's first possession, they capped a 76-yard drive in 8 plays as Eddie Johns went 2 yards for the touchdown. The extra point good, tied at 7. And then on the next possession, Peabody marched down the field 75 yards, also in 8 plays. With 1:51 left on the clock, they scored and went up 14-7. It was a 7-yard gain by Paulino, his second of the game. And then late in the second quarter, the Tanners stretched it out to 20-7 on a 4-yard touchdown pass from Shea Lynch to Danny Barrett. The extra point was blocked. I think Connor Cronin might have been the one who blocked it. And at the half, it's 20-7. So Gordon, it's a tough team that Marblehead's playing tonight. It's a good team.
Best team that they've played in a long, long time. You're right. They came in here and highly touted, and they've responded. Terrific offense. The quarterback is everything that he's supposed to be. They have 2 good running backs. They have an array of wide receivers. Most especially Barrett, number 11, who's caught 6 or 7 balls. Interesting response by Marblehead. They meet in the field house. We overlook the field house. Very calm, very tempered, very measured. Just, this is what we got to do. Pay attention to business. We get the ball in the second half. Come down and score. It's a 1-score game.
And then close the door defensively.
Exactly. And that's
going to be the hard part.
Well, their first drive, Peabody's first drive of the game, looked like they were going to put up 50 points. They made it. Marblehead's defense has made adjustments. They've shut down the run a little bit better. It's tough to get this quarterback because he's just so mobile and he's just got a quick release. I'm not sure they'll be able to shut that down. But you answer with your own offense, and the most important thing, obviously, is scoring on this drive right here.
Third quarter just about to get underway. Tom Scalise, a highly touted kicker, about to send the ball down the field. And he puts this one deep down inside the 5-yard line. It's taken there at about the 4, straight up the middle. And on his feet still, down the sideline. Big gain. Was that Johns?
No, that was Baxter Jennings.
Number
again.
7.
There's another flag here too, I think.
Baxter Jennings.
There was we've got a flag on the far sideline, on the Peabody far sideline, about the 25-yard line. The referee threw it. There was some extracurricular way out of bounds, well out of bounds. I don't know who it's going to be on.
It looks like it.
But the flag is still, if you can see the flag, it's still way over the 25-yard line.
He looked like he did the delay of game sign.
I wasn't watching him.
No, he didn't do that? Oh, personal foul, okay.
So this is going to go back. So a really nice return. Take 15 yards off of that. Take your flag back. I didn't see what happened because it was so far out of bounds. It was almost over by the fence over there.
Wow.
But
must have had a drone to see that.
I did see the referee throw the flag, and I think I was the only one who saw it because obviously Peabody's not looking at it.
So they're back to the 25-yard line.
A nice return gets wiped out, or a portion of it gets wiped out. Jennings had a nice game tonight.
Nice move through the hole by Eddie Johns that time. I believe that's who it was.
Yeah.
It was.
Good job of picking his way and finding the hole, finding where the daylight is. That's been one of Johns' real abilities this year is to find the hole and to make something, hit the hole hard.
Gain of 3 that time by Eddie Johns. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Johns in the backfield with O'Neal. Quick pass to the near side and a short gain, but a positive one from Ryan Kamos.
To set up a 3rd and 1.
Nice gain, pickup of 6 yards on the play. 3rd down and 1 from the 30, and that's the first down right there.
Yep.
Jumping into the offensive line was number 23.
Jose Lindor.
Yeah.
He's their undersized nose guard that got a, I think I read about him in the Salem News. He's obviously a small kid, but he's been one of their tougher guys.
Up to the 39-yard line, 1st and 10 now. 3 receivers to our side, 1 to the near side. Jennings to the near side. Oh no, Campos to the near side. Here comes a quarterback keeper as O'Neal tries to dive through defenders and gets across the 40-yard line, a gain of a yard maybe.
Did O'Neal have that wrap on his left knee in the first?
Yes, he had that in pregame.
Okay.
So O'Neal picks up 2. 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, here's the other undersized nose guard, Pinto, who's also the running back. Nose guard and running back. There's a combination for you.
Yeah. Denbo to the far side. Good protection. Pass over the middle intended for Denbo, I believe. No. Yeah, Campos. It was intended for Campos.
Yeah.
And goes incomplete.
Kind of a tough catch. He had to reach back up high. Looks like
a little bit behind the
shaking
receiver.
his thumb here, but it looks like it's left hand.
Yeah, he is shaking his left hand. Looking for the play.
There's something going on down here on the sideline. Taking their time.
Yeah.
It's a big 3rd and 8 right here.
Ball is at the 39-yard line. 3rd down and 8. Marblehead trailing by 13. First possession here of the 3rd quarter. And as Gordon said, they want to get a score on this possession. Under pressure.
They almost have to.
Pass is underthrown. 2 receivers in the neighborhood, but the closest man to the ball was Batista. Playing defensive back. Goes incomplete.
Again, good coverage from Marblehead. Pass rush eventually got there.
4th down, punting situation, 4th and 8 at their own 41-yard line.
Fake it. But never expected right now.
Yeah, you're right. Nice snap.
Good snap. Yeah, good kick.
Torby's kick is high and bounces. Good bounce from Marlowe right by the defender. Down to the 10, inside the 10, at the 10. Nice play. And making the stop from Marblehead was Nathan Barry. Nice play by Nathan. He was right there. You can see him with the ball, number 5. And downed it at the 5-yard line.
Yeah, nice high punt too that wiped out the return.
Yep. The good part about that was the
roll.
The bounce went right by the defender. Didn't give the defender was looking to maybe field it on the bounce, or at least see if it was possible. But it took one of those bounces that just bolted right past him. He had no chance. 1st and 10 at the 10 for Peabody.
What a turnover right here.
Under pressure. Quarterback still protected. Sideline, then throws it.
He's out of bounds. It's a nice catch, though, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Throw was almost as good as the catch. They just can't. I mean, the pass rush is there. They just can't corral him.
They can't get to him.
Yeah. He's just too quick. His feet are too quick.
2nd down and 10. Number 2. So that was Dooley. J.C. Dooley. 2nd down, 10.
I think you just got to keep bringing 4 or 5 guys here and just hurry everything. Here's your draw play right there, Chris.
Yeah. Whipped to the ground. Defensively by Marblehead's number 17, Chris DeWitt. Was that Batista that carried the ball?
Paulino.
Oh, Paulino.
24.
Yep. Good play on that draw.
Yeah. You saw the hole open up right in front of you. You saw everything just kind of open up, and These two running backs both have tremendous speed.
And the line, which they said was inexperienced, has done a very good job.
Yeah, but the line's big. I mean, look how much bigger they are than Marblehead.
I bet you can be big and slow.
Well, that's true too, but you could be an impediment.
Yeah. He's a great impediment.
Yeah. Got to go around him, right?
Yeah. Nice run that time. Good defensive work by Marblehead. Samanisi,
who is back, fortunately, for Marblehead. One of the captains.
Gain of 6 on the play. And the ball is up to the... they mark it at the 36-yard line. A pickup of 7 on the play, so a long 3. 2 receivers to the near side, including Batista, who's the closest to us. He gets the pass, cuts it up the field, and goes to the sideline, cuts back, and he's a little guy, and he's very quick on his feet. But once you get your hand on him,
he goes down pretty easily.
Yeah.
It's just a question of getting your hand on him.
So enough for the first down up to the 42-yard line.
Yeah, none of these receivers are particularly big, but they have good hands. They're fast.
Good running instincts after the catch.
Yeah, that time they backed off the blitz.
Yeah.
It was a smart play, yeah.
26, Will Pinto. So 7:13, clock rolling down to about 7:10 here in the third quarter. Still, score remains what it was at halftime, 20-7. The Tanners of Peabody out in front of Marblehead. And second down and 8 at the 44-yard line. Oh, two offensive guys caught it, didn't they?
Yep.
That's illegal. Or at least it was at one point.
It was at one point. It's not anymore.
Okay. So it goes from the quarterback.
It's
Lynch,
almost like they drew that up.
And it was at the 44-yard line. A 56-yard TD. So they got lucky on that one.
Yeah, you were right. That used to be couldn't do that. No two offensive players could touch the ball in succession, but it's gone away a long way ago. And of course, obviously the deflection distracted Marblehead.
And Pinto
caught it in stride.
Yeah, and it wasn't Pinto. It was 22.
Batista, right?
Batista, yes.
Yeah.
He stayed with the ball all the way. Maybe he thought the pass was coming to him in the first place.
It might have been.
But he was there and on the spot, and he made the play, and they got a 56-yard touchdown at 6:30 of the third quarter to spread it out now 26-7. And
go for one.
Scalise to do the kicking. Snap is a little high, and the kick is up and good. We've got a couple of guys on this team that are going to be playing after their senior year, I think. Scalise for one. And I think that the quarterback there has got a real shot.
I think so. I think you're right, but I'm not sure he has the size. I mean, quarterbacks are, once you get to the next level, especially if you're playing in...
Enormous?
Yeah. You're talking 6'2" at least. I mean, he's certainly got the arm. He's certainly got the mobility.
A lot of experience.
Yeah.
And he's got the escapability. He's quick on the quick on his feet. So you never know.
Doug Flutie turned out he had a pretty good career, and he wasn't all that big. So
who?
That guy from Boston College.
I remember I saw him play high school basketball.
I played against him high school basketball.
When he was he played a game at Woburn, and everyone knew him as a football
He's a very
player.
good point guard.
Yeah,
And he's a very good baseball
He was
player.
the best player on the floor.
Yeah.
That's what those exceptionally gifted athletes are.
Yeah, he was a good baseball player too. But again, as you said, 5'8", 5'9", and he had a 20-year professional football career.
It's rare.
Yeah.
6:30 to go, third quarter, and Peabody's out in front now by 20 points. A long bomb of a kick into the end zone, bounces several yards in, and it'll come out as a touchback. So Marblehead will start on the, where do they start, 25-yard line? The 20? Who knows? It'll be on the 20. There's confusion among the officiating crew too. They bring it to the near hash mark.
Yeah, Marblehead gets to pick where they want, which hash mark they want to put the ball on,
Yeah.
or they could put it in the middle.
Yep. Cronin to the far side. In the slot. O'Neal under
Screen
pressure.
pass.
It's the pass off. It's caught by Johns. Johns stays on his feet, gets out across the 30-yard line for a first down.
Now that's the screen pass right there. That's how you slow down the rush too. You let everybody through, dump off the screen pass. It was a little delayed with the pump fake because they were in so fast. They had to wait for Johns to clear a little bit, but very well executed.
They mark it at the 31-yard line, a gain of 11. First and 10. Quick pass. Crew Monaco.
No time to panic here. You can still, you've still got 6 minutes left in the third quarter.
Yep. Another first down, this time out to the 47-yard line. Gain of 16. Quick pass to the near side. It's down low but caught. Pass was caught by Ryan Camas. It's going to take me a couple of years
That's
to get
fine.
that one.
He might be gone by that point. Well, he's
Who
got
knows?
one more year. We've got one more year of mispronouncing his name, Chris.
Yeah. Gain of 5 on the play. It looked like a lot shorter of a game, but under pressure and unable to escape. A nice defensive play. Is that the oversized nose guard?
Well, it's one of the undersized linemen. It's Donnie Kavanaugh.
Yeah.
They do have, it's amazing how small they are up front compared to, 75 is a big guy. It's Alex Jackson, but the nose tackles they've run out there are
Loss of 9 yards all the way back to the 38-yard line. Clock rolling here in the third quarter down to 4:40. Pass to the near side, looking for a block, and the defenders got in between the blockers that time.
Yeah, that was read very well by Peabody's defense as O'Neal is hurt. We're getting up slowly. They've obviously scouted. That's one of Marblehead's basic plays, that little bubble screen. It was read well, especially by the linebacker, Festa, who's been all over the place tonight.
So fourth down and 12. The ball is at the 41-yard line, punting situation. High snap, handled well by Matorni. And bounces. And Batista, maybe?
He's so fast.
And nice return up to about the 34-yard line. We'll see where they mark it. Probably the 35.
Yeah, I see it. I'd say O'Neal is getting looked at on the training table down here. Came off the field slowly. Appeared to be a lower body injury. Needless to say, Marblehead needs a stop on this drive.
Clock is at 3:48 to go here in the third quarter. It's a 20-point lead for Peabody. 27-7. They've got the ball. They scored on their last possession. Timeout taken by Peabody.
So we see
Nathan Berry
warming up, but
4.
looks like O'Neill is.
He's up.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything that's going to prevent him from coming back into the game. They do have some depth at quarterback with Berry, Drew Goldman.
Goldman is a class of 25.
Yeah,
So
sophomore.
Got 2 more years besides this one. O'Neill is a junior.
And Berry's a junior too.
Yep. So here we go, 3:31 to go here in the third quarter. 27-7. Peabody out in front. Marblehead in a deep hole. Play action fake, then the pass to the sideline. Avoiding a tackle, stays on his feet. Avoiding 2 tackles and staying on his feet. Is that
That's number 11 again.
Yep.
It's Barrett.
And let's see, they started at 35. They're at a gain of 11 on the play. Yeah, first down and 10 for the Tanners. Formations don't vary much for Peabody. They usually have a wing and 2 receivers to one side,
the far
strong
side, yep.
yeah, and then one to the far side of this particular formation.
Marblehead's did a nice job, as I've said, is adjusting to the running game. They can't stop these 8 and 9 yard passes. And then they break off a big play, and last touchdown was a little bit of a fluke, but the passing game has been there all night.
Second down, 9 at the 47-yard line. Linebackers creep up and back out. Right in the pocket. Pass is incomplete. Did that slip out of his hand?
I don't know what happened. It looked like he was going to pump fake and then...
It hit the bench. The players on the sideline.
Did it?
Well, that's where...
I lost sight of the ball.
That's where it ended up.
It looked like it was just a really odd release.
Yeah. Maybe it slipped out of his hand. It's one of the injuries that quarterbacks get that people don't really think about too much, is hand injuries.
Because they hit it on the helmet sometimes. Maybe he tried to tuck it.
Oof.
Yeah.
Don't say that.
Yeah, it's only been 21 years.
It's still raw.
It really is. It hurts every day.
There's the pass down the sideline and complete.
Was he? No,
it
really?
Is complete, yes.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. Barrett again. Nice gain along the sideline. Boy, that shows you what a quarterback like Lynch can do for your team. Extends the play and then finds an open receiver and nails it right down the sideline, all the way to the 35-yard line for another first down.
I'm trying to think, Andover had a quarterback like this a few years ago. He ended up going to BC. He was about the same size. He had a rifle arm. He could escape. I can't remember his name. He didn't play much at BC, but he was very similar to this kid.
Pass, right? Yeah. 3 defenders and 1 receiver, and Lynch hits the receiver for a 35-yard touchdown.
Right in stride.
And the ball was caught by Dooley, yeah.
Yep. This is impressive.
At 2:18 of the third quarter. It's a 33-7 right now.
It's funny because this really hasn't been much of a rivalry because, Peabody was in the GBL for so long, and then when they joined the Northeastern Conference, they really didn't have much of it. Their football program was about as, I think he hooked it. No, it's good. Yeah, this is the first year that they've really, I think this is the first time they've beaten Marblehead since they joined the NEC, hasn't it?
Yeah. I don't remember I don't remember a time that
well, they didn't. They
is
never.
this the first time? Yeah.
They didn't play much. I mean, Peabody used to play Swampscott in a non-league game every once in a while, but when Peabody was good, Marblehead wasn't, and when Marblehead's been good, Peabody hasn't. So
a 5-play drive covering 65 yards. The touchdown was scored on a Lynch to Dooley 35-yard touchdown strike. It was a perfect pass. There were 3 black shirts around the receiver, and the quarterback put it right on the hands of J.C. Dooley for a 35-yard touchdown. The extra point is good with 2 minutes and 18 seconds to go here in the third quarter. It's 34-7.
Yeah, this
Peabody.
This is a considerable deficit here. You don't want to say anything's over, but
it's not over until
it's not
we say
over
it's over.
We're the arbiters of that now?
No, I think John Belushi said that.
Or something like that.
Over when
the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor.
We're showing our age. At the goal line.
We're not that old.
Cronin looking for a hole, stays on his feet, dives across the 25 to about the 27-yard line. That's where they'll spot it.
The 60-yard kick. Goal line, returned by Connor.
Yeah, as the PA announcer Mike Lavender points out, that was a 60-yard kickoff. It was teed up on the 40 and it was caught at the goal line, so that was a booming kick.
Trying to figure out who's going to beat this team. Peabody. I'm not sure what division they're in. They're still in Division 1. I mean, that puts them in with
big sack and a big loss.
Yeah.
They were at the 27-yard line.
It's Lindor, one of the undersized nose tackles, who just gets in there with quickness.
Wow.
It's a huge loss.
From the 27-yard line all the way back to the 14. 13-yard loss on the sack. So it's second down and 23 yards. Quick pass. Head down and pushing forward. The receiver that time was Camos. Pickup of about 11 on the play. Third down and some action before the snap.
Everybody points at everybody else.
I'm pointing at you right now.
I'm looking at you.
So we can decide that it was probably John. One minute straight up to go in the third quarter. And he's going to go against Peabody.
There you go. See?
That moves it up to the 30-yard line.
Makes it a bit more manageable 3rd and 7.
Clock rolling at 50 seconds to go, third quarter. Eddie Johns switches sides. Now Cronin comes in motion. The linebacker's really reacting to Cronin, and this one was overthrown. Yeah. He was double covered. Goes incomplete, stops the clock with 38.9.
Offense staying on the field here. Oh, here comes the punt team.
Fourth down and 7. And going for it here and not getting it.
Yeah, you know what, Chris? I don't think it makes a difference where the ball ends up. The way this offense is going right now.
Yeah, you never know. Greg Matorney back to kick. High snap, but handled it well. High booming punt. Fair catch called by Batista. And
Another
33.
flag here? Oh, that's the end of the quarter.
So the third quarter,
That's what this means, right? With the hand going up.
I think so.
I thought they were going to call another penalty on Marblehead.
33-yard penalty. Fair caught by Eli Batista.
Not that the officials have had anything to do with this. This is
That'll take us to the end of the third quarter.
So that's the end of the third quarter with the score. Peabody 34, Marblehead 7. We'd like to thank the National Grand Bank for being our community partner and bringing you MHS Sports on MHTV. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And welcome back. Fourth quarter about to get underway. And it's a 34-7 Peabody lead as we head into the fourth quarter. Marblehead has just punted the ball away, and it's 1st and 10 now to start the fourth quarter for the Tanners of Peabody. Snap is bobbled around, but a running back gets it. And that's Paulino. No, it's Pinto. They start on the 37-yard line.
first down. No, he's close to it, but he doesn't
Yeah.
have it. Runs so hard.
Yes.
That little delay seemed to help him a little bit too. The little juggle on the exchange
It did.
seemed to delay things just enough to.
Sometimes they get a step beyond where
Yeah.
they want to be, the defenders that is, and you can cut inside of them. So 2nd down and a yard. The ball is at 2nd down and 1. The ball's at the 45-yard line. We're into the fourth quarter. It's been a one-sided affair since the second quarter.
It was 7-7 at one point, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
It was. First down gain. And helped up is Paulino. Or no, that's Pinto, I believe. Yeah, that was Pinto, 26. And the ball's right at midfield and a first down.
1st and 10, right at midfield.
I would imagine that Peabody would be pretty content to run the ball here. Coach Betancourt isn't the type to run up a score.
If they can just run a lot of clock,
Yeah.
they can. And these passes to the outside
Look
are,
at this.
I know the speed.
So fast.
Yep. These passes to the outside for a team like Peabody, that's like a running play.
Right, it is. It's a safe play. You get a guy one-on-one who's, I mean, he's just the quickest guy on the field. As you said, you know, it doesn't take much to bring him down, but you got to catch him to bring him down.
Yep. Gain of 12 on the play. From the 50 to the, gain of 11.
And there's lessons here. You want the kids to keep playing hard. Play till the end.
1st and 10 for the Tanners from the Marblehead 39-yard line. Paulino is run out of bounds. Looks like no gain.
They're going to keep him in. They're going to keep the clock running. Have any of the kids on this team ever lost a football game? A varsity football game playing for Marblehead High? I don't think so, because you got to go back to what, 2019?
Yeah. Elliot Plus on the tackle. So the ball's at the 40-yard line. Clock rolls. Play action fake, pass to the sideline, and nowhere to run as the defender for Marblehead.
Nice short tackle right there.
29. Yeah. Brooks Keefe on the defense. Made a nice tackle.
Plus was there too. He's been a very bright spot tonight. He's played well.
Yep. 3rd down and 9 from the 38-yard line.
As has Nick Whitaker tonight, the middle inside linebacker.
One of the captains.
Yeah.
Here comes Lynch. Throws it to an open man. Good vision. You could see that he was looking down the sideline to the near sideline, down to around the 10-yard line. That wasn't available. And there was another white shirt at about the 20, where the numeral 20 is, and he passed that right inside to another guy that was even inside of him, going toward the middle of the field who was open, and that's where the completion came. The
thing you worry about, though, is again, throwing back against your body, back to toward the middle of the field. It's something that if he does play at the next level, it's something that they're going to try and get rid of almost immediately.
Yeah,
the next level, it's so much faster, and guys you don't see come out of nowhere. Then you get to the level after that, and the speed's ridiculous. You ever seen an NFL game on the sidelines?
Yes.
Oh.
The 28. It's frightening. There's a long pass to the end zone, and he just dropped it in the bucket, and was caught there by Danny Barrett.
Just a perfect throw. Well, I guess they weren't content on just running the ball, were they?
They just dropped it. Barrett sprinted out, got open, and he just dropped it. Just got the signal from the official to run the clock.
Yep. So the 23-game win streak is, I mean,
about to go by the boards.
How many programs win 23 games in a row, though?
Not many.
It's not a lot. It's a remarkable achievement. Now,
this was not a planned fake.
No, that was. I hope not.
Yeah, it was.
I don't think so.
I just didn't want people to think.
No, gosh, no.
They weren't content.
No.
Yeah, so
I saw Stoneham go for 2 once against Burlington to make it 50. They were at 48, and they went for 2 to make it 50.
And what happened? Did they?
They got it. Yeah. Oh.
So that drive started back on the 37-yard line, and it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plays. 63-yard drive in 7 plays, and the touchdown was a 28-yard pass from Lynch to Barrett. 7:26 was on the clock at the time. The clock is allegedly rolling. The clock on the field and the clock on the official clock that is being done by one of the
officials.
Officials on the
field.
The
officials are holding. They have the official time.
Yeah.
Officially.
And somebody's down there saying wind the clock, and now it's down to 5 minutes.
5 minutes, and it's winding.
Well. Scalise's kick is a boomer right down to the line, right down to the end zone, fumbled.
What's this now? Oh, it's a touchback.
I called it as a touchback.
You know what? Just as well. Don't get hurt.
Yeah.
This is when these kids get hurt, is on special teams and kickoff returns and things.
40-7 right now. Peabody comes to town and makes a statement.
A big one, too. A very loud, big statement.
Is there another team that we know of in the?
Northeastern Conference is going to challenge these guys?
Thank you for finishing my thought.
Sorry.
That's okay.
I knew what you're going to say.
That's exactly what I said.
We've been doing this for so long. I
those
think
are
we
the
can finish
precise
each other's
words.
sentences.
Those were the precise words I was going to use.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think this team's going to go deep in the playoffs. And Marblehead's, I mean, their season isn't over yet.
No, one loss.
Yeah. We're going to see some
New quarterback.
some different guys, which is great.
Is it number 5?
No, it's 5 is the quarterback,
Barry,
and
Nathan
Bernardo
Barry.
Banis is the running back. A big sophomore. Got a carry early this year. I think he's a sophomore, isn't he?
Nathan Barry is the quarterback.
Yep. No, you just come back next week and forget about this one. Sometimes these are
Pass to the near side. Incomplete. Intended for Denbo, Avon Denbo. Go ahead.
no. Sometimes these are better than losing a 1-point loss. All the losses stink, but sometimes it's easier to sort of forget about this one and just flush it and worry about Masco next week.
Barry calling signals, has 3 receivers to the near side, including Elliot Plus, number 21. He's in the middle here on the near side.
Interesting that Peabody still has some of its ones in.
And
That was going, oh, nice.
Shake and bake.
Look at this.
This guy is
Look at this.
big. A run like that is going to get him a little bit more recognition maybe next week.
That was going nowhere.
He just pulled people over.
Holy cow.
Bernardo Banis.
That is the toughest first down I think I've ever seen.
And pretty good speed, too,
Yeah,
but it
that
was
was-
exceptional strength.
I was more interested in watching him knock people over like bowling pins. That's a good tackle. That's where you got to get him right there.
Right down low.
That's a little bit much right there. I'm sorry. It's a little bit too much.
Celebrating.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
It just.
On the other hand, who was that, 12?
Yeah, it's 26.
26.
It's Pinto. He's been enthusiastic all night, but bringing down a sophomore in the last minute of the game is.
Getting ready to throw. Barry runs to the side, then throws it down. Intended receiver that time was number 15, Alex Orloff. It goes incomplete. Stops the clock with. It doesn't stop the clock because the clock.
No, the clock keeps going.
Clock is running.
Yeah. So we get 3rd down here. Yeah, it's you still get your ones in there. I think that's pretty. I don't know. I think it's pretty poor form at this point. It's not like you're trying to keep a shutout or anything.
So next week, Marblehead will be at home again against
Masco,
Masconomet.
yep.
And then on the 14th, it's Beverly comes to town. So a 3 home game stand right
Yep.
here.
A lot of home games this year.
Yeah. Barry shakes a tackle and gets up across the 35 to about the 38-yard line, under 40 seconds to go.
Yeah, we may not see another play here.
And it's Lemonster is the next opponent
Peabody.
the Tanners. Yeah, that's
I don't know what. I mean, they're usually a powerhouse out in Central Mass, but
so Peabody is celebrating. Marblehead's maybe a little shocked on the sideline, but Peabody came in as they were exactly what they seemed like they were going to be.
who would thought they were? Yeah, no. Hey, good team, best team we've seen best opponent we've seen in a long time.
And the clock runs out. That'll do it. Final score is 40-7, a 33-point outburst for the Peabody Tanners.
We got to pick a player of the game,
And
don't we?
We do have to pick a player of the game. And
have we given it to?
thanks, John. Yeah, we're going to go off the air. So Final score is 40-7. It was Peabody's first possession, first drive, and it never stopped. Marblehead got a touchdown on their first drive, but it was Peabody all the way. And we'll be back in a moment to announce the Marblehead Sports Shop Player of the Game right after this.
Johns?
And welcome back to MHS Sports and MHTV. Tonight's Marblehead Sports Shop Player of the Game is running back Eddie Johns. He got Marblehead's lone score, and he had a good game. He played strong. He was hard to tackle. So congratulations to Eddie Johns, our Marblehead Sports Shop Player of the Game, and congratulations from MHTV. We'd like to thank the Marblehead Sports Shop for being our community partner and bringing you Player of the Game Award. And we'd like to thank the National Grand Bank for being our community partner and bringing you MHS Sports and MHTV. And thanks to the MHTV sports crew for helping with tonight's coverage. Streaming coordinator Jess Burton, John Caswell on camera. And once again, the final score, 40-7, Peabody knocks off Marblehead and ends their winning streak at 23. For my partner Gordon Vincent and I'm Chris Conley. Thanks for watching. See you next time.